Before the video starts, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Guys, before the video starts, I have some huge news. Me along with 4 other YouTubers, Monster Sports 11, Quacky 3, Crazed Games, and The Beast are on a lab channel called Next Up. Monster Sports 11 just dropped the first video. Be sure to sub. This is going to be insane. Sub to all of the other members. Yeah. So hopefully this will help us grow all of our channels, and maybe this channel will explode and go and get big. So yeah, just make sure to sub to Quacky 3, Crazed Games, Monster Sports 11, and The Beast, because this is going to be crazy. Also subscribe to the main Next Up channel. I will leave the links to all of the channels in the description. And anyways, let's get started. I just want to say that I am so sorry for the lack of content and uploading in the past week. I just had so much going on with online school. There was just a lot of stuff going on, and I was just so stressed. I just couldn't get. And also these videos, my videos are huge. They're an hour long. So today I think I came up with a solution. So whenever I'm gonna make a huge video, I will split it up into a lot of parts. So today I'm making my top 50 players in the NBA right now list, but I'm splitting up into 5 parts. So this is part 1. I will be uploading the other 4 parts today, or they should all be out by tomorrow if everything goes according to plan. But yeah, so this video is going to be from 50 to 41. So yeah, anyways, let's get started. At number 50, we have I have Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray is probably going to make at least 1 or 2 All-Star games throughout his career. It's going to be much harder to make All-Star games in the 2020s going forward, because there is so much more talent entering the league now. But Jamal Murray, I think he has like 1 or 2 All-Star games in him. And he's shown lots of flashes this season. He's been more efficient. He's averaging 18 points a game, just like last season. He's a great second option to Nikola Jokic. Normally I don't think you would want Jamal Murray as your second option as a championship contender, but the Nuggets are just so all-rounded that it's fine. He's a great scorer. He's a decent playmaker. He's a really good shooter too, and he's really good on the offensive end. And he is a borderline all-star, in my opinion. So, or he's close to a borderline all-star. Yeah. So let's get on to the next play. At number 49, I have Gordon Hayward. I have him. So I was actually wondering whether I should even put Gordon Hayward on this list or not, but when I was getting to the end of the list, I had 48 players down, and then I was going between Gordon Hayward, Jamal Murray, and a few other players. I was going back and forth between who should get the last 2 spots. I ended up giving it to Gordon Hayward because I think he has the all-star talent. Just he's playing as a 4th option, so he's only averaging 17 points a game, which is still really good. Gordon Hayward was very close to making the All-Star team, especially at the beginning of the season. He broke his hand. He wasn't but he's still playing at a near All-Star level. And I have him above Jamal Murray, even though Jamal Murray is Jamal Murray and Gordon Hayward are averaging pretty similar. Their stats aren't that far off from each other, but I have Gordon Hayward over Jamal Murray because Gordon Hayward's a 4th option, while Jamal Murray's a 2nd option. And since Gordon Hayward his stats are pretty close to Jamal Murray's, even though he is a in a much reduced role compared to Jamal Murray. I have Gordon Hayward ahead of Jamal Murray because I think that shows that he is more talented. And if Gordon Hayward was the number one option on a team, he would definitely make the All-Star team. But yeah, so Gordon Hayward's been a borderline All-Star. He's had a huge comeback season from that really bad injury he had 2 seasons ago and that really bad down year he had last season. He's been playing at a borderline. He was playing at an All-Star level at the beginning of the season, and he's playing at a near All-Star level now. He is inconsistent, but when he is hot, he goes off. He set a career high 39 points against the Cavs earlier in the season, and yeah, he had more points. This was bigger than his Utah Jazz career high. So I'm a Celtics fan, and I just when I watch games, Gordon Hayward, when everything clicks for him, he is an absolute star. So I had to include him on this list. At number 48, I have John Collins. You guys might be wondering why I even have John Collins on this list, but I know he can't. He's really bad at defense, but he can work on the defense. On offense, he is insane. He's really athletic. He's a really good scorer. He's averaging 20 points per game and 11 rebounds and he's been an incredible second option to Trae Young. When Clint Capella starts playing games, John Collins' defense isn't going to matter as much because Clint Capella is a very good big man defender. John Collins can also stretch the floor. He's super athletic. Like I said, he's a great rebounder. He's averaging 11 rebounds per game in his 3rd season. And I think he's underrated because in the modern NBA, defense still matters a lot, but it's starting to matter less and less. John Collins is averaging 20 points and 11 rebounds. Just because Nikola Vucevic made the All-Star game last season, averaging similar numbers to that. So John Collins, I think, should be much closer to the All-Star game than he was, because he's not a bad, he's very underrated. I think if the Hawks start winning games, people will start realizing his value, and he might make the All-Star team in the next few years. At number 47, we have Nikola Vucevic. Everything I just said about John Collins applies to Vucevic. Vucevic is slightly less athletic, but he's a much better three-point shooter. Vucevic has made the All-Star team, and he just has more experience, so that's why I have him over John Collins. I know he choked in the playoffs, but he's been decent this season, and John Collins is definitely going to be better in the future, but right now John Collins isn't better. But John Collins is only 21 or 22. I forget his exact age, but this is only his 3rd season. John Collins is probably by next year John Collins will be above Vucevic, but I just can't do that just yet because Vucevic has made the All-Star team and John Collins hasn't. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been incredible, and that's why I have him at number 46. Shai has been robbed 3 times. I mean, not someone stole money from him, but he was an absolute steal. First, the Hornets were able to get him at pick 11. Then the Clippers were able to finesse the Hornets by trading Miles Bridges for him. I think they traded Miles Bridges for him. Actually, the Hornets might have... Wait, I'm pretty sure the Clippers traded Miles Bridges for Shai. But anyways, and then OKC was able to steal him in the Paul George trade as a throw-in. In this season, he's been playing incredible. Shai is the future of OKC. He could be an incredible first option or a second option. on an incredible team. He's been a really good combo guard. He is 6'6". He can play shooting guard or point guard. He's a great ball handler, a great shooter. Just a super good player, and the Thunder have something incredible with him. And he gets to be mentored by Chris Paul, one of the greatest point guards of all time. The Thunder, they absolutely stole Shea, and depending on what they do with those picks, they might have actually won the Paul George trade. At number 45, I have LaMarcus Aldridge. I know Aldridge hasn't been the same player this season as the past season. LaMarcus Aldridge has been a very consistent player for past 10 years. That's why he made an all-decade team. And that's one of his biggest strengths. But he is starting to regress. But even though he's starting to regress, he is still a good player, and he's still a borderline all-star. This is his first year missing the all-star team in a few years. And LaMarcus Aldridge, he's not extremely good at defense, but he can shoot. He can shoot threes. He has a really good mid-range. He's great in the post. He's great inside. He's very strong. He's okay at defense. He's not the best, but he's okay. He can play center or power forward, and he's also a great rebounder and a great veteran leader. I have Derrick Rose at number 44, and this shows how great Derrick Rose could have been. The fact that he can still play at a near all-star level after so many injuries, after he lost virtually all of his athleticism. He's lost pretty much everything, and he's still playing at a near all-star level. That just shows how incredible Derrick Rose is. He's a great veteran leader, and there is actually a rumor he's going back to the Bulls, and if he goes to the Bulls, they're probably going to make the playoffs. And Derrick Rose he's been an 18-point per game scorer. He's the best player on the Pistons. Derrick Rose, this is his comeback season, and he earned this spot. He dropped 50 points last season. As soon as the Pistons started starting him, he started playing at a near all-star level. He was actually pretty close to making the all-star team. He could have been one of the probably not the first injury replacement if there was an injury replacement in the East, but maybe second or third. Derrick Rose, he is a fighter, and if Derrick Rose I think Derrick Rose should definitely make the Hall of Fame. An MVP season, multiple All-Star selections, and plus this comeback he's having. If he can keep this up for a few more seasons, I think he's a lock for the Hall of Fame. I think Tobias Harris has showed us that he is not an all-star. He's close, but he is not he can't be the leader of a team. If I was a Sixers fan, I would be incredibly disappointed. I know that he's naturally a power forward, and he should be playing power forward, but they're playing him at small forward. But still, when Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons were out, it wasn't about getting the win, because without your two best players, it's hard to get a win. But Tobias Harris played like a role player. He only had 17 points as the number one option. He is supposed to be an all-star level player. But that being said, Tobias is a great shooter. He's a pretty good defender. He's great on the post. He just doesn't, the only thing that's holding him back is he doesn't have the leadership. He can't be the number one option. Tobias Harris isn't meant to be a star. He's meant to be a starter. Just like Kyle Lowry was in the playoffs. I know Kyle Lowry is an all-star this season, but in the playoffs, Kyle Lowry wasn't a star. He wasn't, Kyle Lowry was just a good veteran presence. I think Tobias Harris he's not that type of Like, he obviously has a different play style than Kyle Lowry, but I think that's the role he should be in, because when Philly can't rely on him as, I think he can be the third option, but if Philly moves on from Joel Embiid, they better be getting another all-star in return, because Tobias Harris can't be the number 2 option. I didn't want to put Drummond this high. I really, really didn't. But he has been an all-star. He's good at rebounding. And, like Drummond isn't meant to be a star on a team. He is like Tobias Harris, but Drummond has the player Drummond's meant to be. If he wants to be on if he wants like his team to win a championship, Drummond can't be the 1, 2, not even 3 option on that team. Drummond just has to be a starting center, like that type of role. Drummond isn't like, don't make Drummond one of your top 3 options. I mean, maybe the third option if you have like a superstar on your team. Maybe Drummond can be the third option. But Drummond, like in the modern NBA, you can't have a player like Drummond whose main skill is just rebounding as one of your best players. That's not going to work out in the modern NBA. Yeah, but that being said, Drummond still had to be on this list. His stats are too good to leave him off the list. So, I mean, I don't feel good about putting Drummond on this list, but it had to be done. At number 41, we have Ja Morant. And as a Celtics fan, I am so upset. Like, the only reason the Celtics didn't get Ja Morant is because the Memphis pick had protection on it. Like, that Memphis pick, the Celtics had it. But there was a top 5 protection on it. Or maybe top 7, I don't care. So because of that, we had to miss out on Ja Morant. Ja Morant is the thumbnail of this video, and for good reason. As a rookie, he's averaging 18 points a game. He took the Grizzlies. He made the Grizzlies better after they moved on from their two of their two of their star players in Mike Conley and Marcus Gasol. The season after they move on from them, this rookie gets them into the playoffs. That is absolutely incredible. Like, I know Zion's been great, but like Zion missed so much time, and Ja's been absolutely crazy. He's been super, like, Ja is the rookie of the year. You can't, like, Zion played 19 games. You can't give him rookie of the year over Ja. But, like, Ja's been incredible. He's dunking. He almost jumped over Kevin Love and dunked it. Kevin Love is 6'8". Ja Morant is 6'3". What? This man is crazy. I really, really, really wish we got Ja. As for how the rotation would look, if we got Ja, I think it would be like Tatum at the 4. Maybe Ja would come off the bench in the first season, get mentored by Kemba, or maybe we'd move Gordon Hayward to the bench, put Jaylen Brown at the 3, and put Ja shooting guard. I don't know. Like, oh my, I'm so upset that pick had protection on it. If that Memphis pick didn't have protection on it, we could have gotten Ja Morant. As a Celtics fan, I feel I'm so upset about this. But yeah, Ja definitely deserves a spot. And yeah, he's the last player. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. In your comment down below what video I should do next. I did get 2K on the PC. It is a bit laggy, but I can still make videos with it. I am making a career simulation right now for 2K. Also, subscribe to Next Up and all of the members of it. I will be putting the links to all of those channels in the description below. And yeah, from now on, so this video is originally supposed to be all of my top 50 players in the NBA right now, but I decided to split it up into 5 parts, and it would just be a lot less stressful for me if I only have to worry about parts of the video at a time. So from now on, I will be splitting up those hour-long videos I used to make into multiple parts. Yeah, the other parts will be coming out in the next few days. Anyways, that's it for this video. Bye.